The Children's Authority, established by an Act of Parliament to help protect children from abuse and neglect. Our role is to listen and respond to the needs of children and parents, and to encourage a culture of respect and dignity for all children.
Every single child in a situation, whether of many resources or very little resources, needs to feel that they are valued and that they are protected. This is a right of every single child in Trinidad and Tobago.
Parents as primary caregivers are extremely key. However, as we say, it takes a village to raise a child, and that's not just a cliche.
The full implementation of the Children's Authority Act is an enormous undertaking. Keeping children safe requires everyone to play their part. The authority, social workers, police, teachers, judges, communities, parents, in fact, every citizen.
It is desperately needed. And it is needed because in our society we don't do very well with our children. We're not a child-friendly society. So what has happened is that a number of our children have been severely abused and victimized and neglected.
The authority has been given the task of setting up the systems and institutions to protect and support children and their families. These include a child protection helpline, where people can make confidential reports about suspected abuse, places of safety for children who are in immediate danger, and assessment centers to assess if a child has been harmed. The authority will also investigate reports of abuse in a sensitive and confidential manner, provide treatment and support for abused children, manage the adoption and foster care system, and so much more. Until now, there has been no central place for receiving reports about children at risk. Collecting such information in one place in a formalized way allows for professional intervention and action.
So if it's an emergency case, we know we need to respond, immediately. And we would be able to investigate each case. Once the investigation is done, we would look at referring children to our partners. A child may just need some social assistance and may be able to go back home, or the child may need to be assessed. The assessment center, therefore, is the heart of the new system. And this is really a one-stop shop where a team of professionals, including the police, social workers, psychologists, doctors, are in one child-friendly space. And this team would conduct all the assessments and evaluations.
Also important are the hundreds of children who reside in children's homes. Our dedicated team has been meeting the challenge of training the staff at children's homes to ensure the children receive the best possible care and protection, and the homes achieve the standards that would enable them to be licensed by the authority.
And that team have done amazing things. They particularly have focused on children's residences, which have been all over the news for a long time now. They participated in the development of standards for the homes, working with the homes so that hopefully what we've established as the proposed standards are feasible.
But children belong with families, so whenever possible, we will also seek to reunite these children with their own families, foster parents, or consider adoption. Never before has the country seen the establishment of an agency born out of a children's rights philosophy, with a mandate to be the guardian of all children and ensure their protection from harm. Developing international standards for all areas of child protection, establishing modern technology to support the authority's work, setting up assessment centers and places of safety, and conducting training and sensitization workshops for hundreds of professionals who interact with children on their new obligations under the Act.
I think that there are a lot of people who are very committed to improving the position in relation to children and the way that we nurture them and the way that we care for them.
Society is really judged on the way it treats its most vulnerable citizens, and children are amongst the most vulnerable.
Our children are our most valuable resource, Let's all work together to protect them. The Children's Authority, caring, supporting, protecting.